you don't need to be asking each other, have you eaten? What did you eat? This person says, Happy New Year. How do I relocate to America? My sister in the Lord. Sometimes things don't appear as they usually are. You know, sometimes I just start to talk, yeah?
Let me introduce you.
Hey. Oh, hi. It's your first time here. My name is Adenike or Olori Esho. On this channel, I create amazing content, okay? So please subscribe to the channel, thumbs up this video, and let me know down below in the comment section that you are a new subscriber, all right? Thank you. Okay, so today we're going to be doing Ask Olori. Ask Olori is a new segment that I started on the channel where you guys are able to send in your personal, very, very personal and intimate questions, and I'll try my best to answer them, okay, as much as I can. I don't have all the answers, but you know, based on what I know and what I can tell you and what the Bible says and what I have personally experienced, I'll be able to tell you what I think you should do, okay? And so I asked on the community page for people to send in their questions, and let's get into it. So this person says, Happy New Year, ma'am. How are you and yours? You're doing great, thank you. My question is, what advice do you have for a soon-to-be bride, and what qualities should a man possess before accepting to marry him? So, okay, so these are two different questions. What advice would I have for a soon-to-be bride? Congratulations, the engagement. I will say that patience. You need to, if you think you're patient, you need to learn to be even more patient. You'd require a lot of patience in marriage, and you know, just taking your time to process situations, to understand that it's not me versus him in the marriage. Is both of us, we are a team versus the word. We are taking on the word together. That would be my advice for a soon-to-be bride. What qualities should a man possess before accepting to marry him? I would say you should look for someone that fears God. I know it's a bit cliche when people say, oh, it must be God-fearing, but I mean a man that really fears God. You know, because when you fear God, forget love. Love is good. The fact that person loves you, that's awesome. That's very, very essential. But someone that fears God, before they do certain things, before they say certain things, you know, they'll think twice. So that would be like a major quality that I would say. This person says, Happy New Year. How do I relocate to America? My sister in the Lord. I wish I knew. Maybe my entire generation from before and after will be here. There are 1,001 ways for you to relocate to the US. This person says, I just love you and your personality. Happy New Year to you and your families. My question is, what are the likely questions to ask and not to ask when dating or in a courtship? Thank you. I actually have a video on this particular question, but I will say that you don't need to be asking each other, have you eaten? What did you eat? No. Okay, that's good when it's day one of your dating. But when you're 3 months, 4 months into dating, you need to be asking some very crucial questions, like how many kids do you have? Do you want kids? I don't want kids. Is that a deal breaker? I want kids, but I'm not ready to have kids now. After marriage, how long do you want to wait before you have kids? How many kids do you want to have? Are we going to be living with you and your mother? Are we going to be living with you and your father? Where are we going to live? If you get a job, am I going to relocate? Are you going to relocate? Like, you need to ask destiny determining questions. Hey. Did you catch it? Did you catch it? I'm sure you caught it. You need to ask purpose-driven questions. You know, I mean, yes, all fun and games, romance is good, but when you get married, the romance is still there, but reality sets in. You are starting to live life together. You're working, life is happening. So you need to ask questions that might be deal breakers for your partner. How do I date? I analyze a guy before we even go out and would find a deal breaker before we even go out. I remember you advising that we should date and meet people, but I have issues. Should I just continue praying for the one jelly instead of dating? LOL. I would say that if you're this type of person, then that means you haven't found what you're looking for. Sometimes people might say, oh, you need to relax your standards and all of that, but just like it is for guys, I would say it is for women too, where when you meet someone, you just know if it is him. Do you understand? Not like you know, you might not necessarily know 100%, but at least you know 50%. You know, before you even go too far. And then the farther you go, the higher the percentage you'll go. So I would say that if you feel you always find like, this person, I would say sometimes still push yourself through to go, especially if you see likelihood of a potential in that person, still try and go on a date with that person. Do you get it? You just might never know. Sometimes things don't appear as they usually are. You know, sometimes I just start to talk, yeah? And I start to draw some things, and I hope you are catching it because they are not written down anywhere. Sometimes things don't appear the way they usually are, you know, so you have to dig deeper to actually see the cocoa of that person, the depth of that person, if at all the person has any depth. Do you get what I'm saying? So sometimes you do need to push yourself to go further, but sometimes I would say you just know often like, no, this one cannot work. So I don't think you have issues. I think you probably just haven't found what you're looking for, and that is okay. There is nothing wrong with that. Okay, so this last question I got via email, and this person stated that she wants to be anonymous, and the question is actually quite long as well. So I've read it, and I'm just going to summarize so that I don't like start reading and taking forever. So pretty much this person is saying that she's 20 years old and she's still a student, and pretty much she sees her friends doing things and making moves towards their future, but she's still trying to put things together. She's still struggling, and there are things she's been trying to do, like she'll do this one, it won't work, she'll do that one, she even started a YouTube channel, it didn't work out, she'll do this, she'll do that, and she's really not sure what is going on or what is going on with her life. She's happy for her friends, but she also wants things to work for her as well. She also mentioned that she battled depression last year, but she doesn't want to struggle with that this year. And so what do I advise that she does? She says she's very much single, she's not having any relationship issues, which is good. Now, this is what I would say. We live in a time and age, especially the social media age, where people seem to be killing it, okay? Where at the age of 16, at the age of 14, people seem to have their life together and people are killing it. And social media makes it seem as if they have it all together, they have it all figured out. Because when I was 20, that wasn't how life was at that time. Do you get what I'm saying? So there is that silent pressure to make things happen at a young age, and that pressure is pushing a lot of people into getting in trouble. A whole lot of trouble. So I would say the first thing I'll tell you is take a deep breath and just calm down. You're doing okay, and you will figure it out. Also, I will say that you are more eager to succeed than you are confident in exactly what you want to do. Does that make sense? Like, you just want to blow. and anyhow I will blow. I don't care. I just want to blow. Do you understand? I feel like that is why you haven't been able to get it together, because you just want something to work. That is why you're trying to get this to work and trying to get that to work. And whilst that is not necessarily a bad thing, that means you are not putting your energy into the right place, into the right things. So I will say that once you take a deep breath and you calm down, then take your time and think, pray about that passion, that thing that excites you, that thing where if you do from morning to night you won't get tired, that thing that just brings so much joy and fulfillment to your heart. Think about it, and you don't need to rush it, okay? You can take your time to figure it out, because in this life you are running your own race. Whether you blow at 10 or you blow at 60, blow na blow, okay? Blow na blow. You're running your own race. You're walking your own path. You're doing your own thing. It's not me versus you. It's not you versus the next person. Our race, our lives are individual. So I would say don't compare your timeline with other people's timelines. You know, I saw a Yoruba movie once, just indulge me, but I saw a Yoruba movie once where this guy had a dream, and in that dream there was a queue. They were lining up, right? And you know, each person would get on stage and perform and do. And once that person is done, the person will go and another person will get on stage. It was a very long line. This guy that was having the dream was at the very end of the line, like the far end of the line. So when he went to his whoever to interpret the dream for him, what the person said was like, life is turn by turn. Those people that are ahead of you, they are like, the line is moving. They are getting their time to shine. And then when they're done, they move on. It's not like their stars stop shining. It just means it's time for the next person, right? So it should be patient, because the line is moving and it will eventually get to him. But it was like, no, he's too far at the back, that they should help him pull it to the front. And then you can imagine how that went. That entire scene from the movie just stuck in my head, because it's so significant of how life is these days. You know, rush, Indomie, 3 minutes, I want it and I want it now. That's how a lot of us are living, and it shouldn't be. So take your time to figure out what you want to do. And when I say take your time, I don't mean take a day or two. I mean take a month, take 3 months, take a year, take 5 years, take 10 years. Take your time to figure it out. As long as you keep living in the meantime. In the meantime, you're pursuing purpose, you're pursuing, you know, what excites you. You're living a life that is a blessing. In the process, you figure it out, and it will just come to you. It will just come. And you wonder why you wasted so much time, so much effort, so much money pursuing these other things, when you know this just came to you like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So again, take a deep breath, calm down. You're going to be fine. You're going to figure it out. Just know that you're doing well. Whatever you're doing, you're still a student. You're in 200 level. You focus on school. You know, maybe graduate with first class or something. Just one after the other, okay? You can't put the cart before the horse. It's the horse that's supposed to drive the cart. So forget that people are killing it. Run your own race and you will be just fine, okay? All right, so those are the questions that I got for this session of Ask Olori. We're going to do it again very, very soon. If you have more questions, or if you have recommendations or comments to these people, or if you want to respond to these questions, please go ahead and do so. Or if you want to tell me how good I'm looking, you want to talk to me about my bone streets, please do so in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. I appreciate your love and your support. It's going to be a great year for us in Jesus' name. I pray God blesses you, your homes, your marriages, your relationships. Most importantly, I pray God blesses you. Remain in God, and God bless you. Mwah. Mwah. Bye.